Welcome to another Special Circumstances review. Today we're going to take a look at the Maxpedition F.I.G.H.T medical pouch. That's what we have right here in the center camera. Right now it's attached to a standard chest rig, and we'll just go over the external stuff here. So attaches with your typical MOLLE attachments, 4 rows of webbing on it, and it has room so you can actually put a pair of medical shears down the back, which is kind of nice. Patch of loop Velcro on the top here. I got a blood type thing set on here, and there's a top pocket. This is a pretty large pouch overall. It has a couple of fairly nice features. As you can see, it's kind of big here, and it can actually get even bigger than that. This is a tearaway pouch. In order to actually get it off, you would pop the buckle here, flip up the lid, and then you have this red webbing handle. And there's actually a little bit of red webbing on the bottom here as well to sort of signify that this is a medical pouch. And then you have the strap here that holds a lid on it is actually snapped in place as well, so you kind of have a little bit of double redundancy. So we're just going to tear it off. Straightforward. Whole back is covered in Velcro. You can pretty much just take it off and then do whatever you want with it. Take where you need to use it and so on. This did originally have a Maxpedition a little tag on here as well. I think that's really redundant when there's one on the outside, so I cut it off, because what's the point of having that many stickers on it, right? Front pocket here, held in place with Velcro. Kind of narrow. I got gloves in it. You could probably stick some other small items in there if you wanted. It does go all the way down to the bottom here, so you could have a pen light or pretty much whatever you want that'll fit in a relatively flat space like that. Fairly typical Maxpedition YKK zippers, reversed, zipper like this. Pops open, and you have 2 compartments. Transparent fiber reinforced kind of vinyl, whatever you want to call it here, and a elastic band right here, which I've got a ratchet tourniquet in. You could put whatever you want. You could have a roll of gauze or whatever in there if you wanted to. So you got these 2 main compartments, pretty roomy. You could have a number of things in there. I've got a SAM splint, a triangular bandage, and an abdominal pad, and a roll of transport tape in there. In the bottom one, I've got some airway stuff. I've got a roll of gauze, a SWAT T tourniquet. This, by the way, is probably one of the neatest tourniquets on the market right now. These things work fantastically, take up very little space. We got some airways, got an MPA, some quick clot, and an IZD, chest seal, and a oropharyngeal. Well, this is a new mask. It's kind of a unique airway. Works out pretty well. I might cover that in another review. I would have liked to have seen a little bit more organization internally. As it is, it works out fairly well. I mean, you can easily get access to everything you need, although I would have preferred if it was just something more like, a field of loop or elastic bands to hold stuff in place, just to be more readily accessible instead of having to pull out everything. It does work, and it does hold a whole bunch of stuff. I do feel like there's not really good utilization of the space just because of the interior dividers like this. That could have been utilized a little bit better just for the maximization of the space, but it does what I need it to do, and right now I'm not too unhappy about it. I may go with something else in the future, but I like tear-off pouches for a number of reasons, and this is definitely one of the bigger ones on the market. The other ones I were looking at were all too small and wouldn't really hold much. I do dislike the fact that the red webbing they use is so soft that it sticks like glue to the Velcro. Kind of a pain in the butt, and it also fuzzes up real fast. I've only had this pouch for a short amount of time, and the Velcro or the Velcro is already tearing the crap out of this, this webbing. I would like to see a tougher, stronger webbing used than this stuff. Even, you know, a red version of this stuff here, which is smoother and not as likely to catch on Velcro. You know, that would have been nice. This stuff doesn't really stick, whereas this stuff, it touches, and not a fan. But it's really kind of a minor nitpick. Overall, a pretty decent pouch. It's typical Maxpedition quality as far as construction goes, so well built, and it's probably going to last a long time. But it is huge, and probably too huge for some people. But I like being able to carry a fairly comprehensive kit, and the contents of what I have in here is probably going to change somewhat in the near future. Specifically, looking to pick up some combat gauze at some point, or some of the Celex trauma gauze, to replace the standard quick clot sponge. That's pretty much it. Pretty straightforward little pouch. Very nicely built. Typical Maxpedition quality. It does have, the carrier does have D-rings, so you can attach a shoulder strap if you want. It does have a carry handle on it. I think these mostly just get in the way. This is not a pouch I'm ever going to use as a shoulder pack. So, yeah, I'm not necessarily a big fan of those. They seem kind of redundant. But it's a nicely built pouch. And the extra redundancy as far as the attachment there is nice, just to keep it nice and secure. Still haven't really found anything to use for this, put in this pocket up here. I would have liked to have seen an exterior attachment for a tourniquet, something you can just rip off in a real hurry instead of having to open up the pouch. That being said, using the bottom elastic attachment does do the trick and does give you relatively quick access to a tourniquet. But an exterior attachment or a little exterior pouch would have been really nice. So, other than that, can't really complain too much. It'll do the job for now until I figure out something better. Thanks for checking in, and have a great day.